Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another episode of Free Pattern Friday. Yay! It's Free Pattern Friday. I love Free Pattern Fridays. I sketch and draw and play around, look at the internet and, all this fun stuff to bring you fun free patterns for Fridays. I just have such a ball doing this for you guys. And today we're bringing you something I kind of drew out of my own brain, and I'm calling it 18 cents. Yes, we're going to do some strip piecing with 1.5 inch strips, and it's going to be fun. I did cheat a little bit and I did sew some ahead, but I just wanted to give you guys like a little heads up on the strip piecing, because that makes this block so much easier, and it's a good way to use up your leftover strips of 1.5 inch, right? But anyway, so yeah, this is what it's going to kind of look like in there, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So first, let's get to our shout out. Our shout out is Tracy of the Sewing Channel. She has so much fun over on her YouTube channel. She doesn't do just quilting. She does other sewing as well, but she has a great time over there. And she's, it's all about having fun, right? So if you guys go over there and check her out and you like what you see, hit her subscribe button and tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. She doesn't know it's coming, so it'll be a nice surprise for her. Also, let's see, what else have I got here? If you have shout outs that you want to, like a channel that you're watching, you're thinking, wow, this is a really good channel. Send me the name, and I'll put them on the list for a shout out. I mean, it might not happen right away because we do have a list, but I'll add their name to the bottom of the list and we'll eventually get to them. So yeah, you're helping me now go shout outs. And I'm looking for also new talent as well, like new people that are new channels, just starting out, somebody that needs a boost up, because it's hard here sometimes. Excuse me. The next thing is, now you got to get in those show notes to hear all the cutting instructions, everything for this. Spring fling with strings or quilt bingo. You tell me which one you want next, because this is so much fun. Both of them are fun. One is you're going to be using up your string fabric, the long narrow pieces that aren't straight and you're kind of like, I don't know what to do with. Well, it's going to be a lot of string piecing on that one, and it's a quilt. And then there's also going to be quilt bingo, which is a skill builder. And it's, I've designed it for, like there's harder pieces in there and easier pieces. We've got to include the beginners sometimes. So we're just going to have fun with some blocks and make a couch throw on quilt bingo, because it's 25 blocks, where string fling will be a larger piece. It's going to be fun. Both are fun, but I need your vote. I need your vote. So you have to comment with your vote, whether you want string fling or quilt bingo. So we also, in the show notes, we have the Zoom sew dates. Now the Zoom sew dates are listed from now until the end of May. Now we're filming this January 17th, so it's going to be, we're going to hopefully get our information soon as to when we're going camping with the grandkids, and we'll be able to put those dates in there as well until the end of December. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Those Zoom sew dates are so much fun. And this way you can mark and put them on your calendar. And if you don't feel like sewing that day, bring your knitting. It's all good. It's a great place to come hang out and talk and share and laugh and have a good time. Share, like, and subscribe our videos as well. That would be so lovely of you to do that for us. And make comments. I love hearing from you guys. I really do. Even if it's just a heart, I just find that lifts me up very much. And it's good for our analytics that there's comments. Even hearts count. So, you put your heart on there because you haven't got anything to say. That helps us out too. We also have a Facebook group that's growing rapidly, and we're having so much fun in there. We also do the same thing other Facebook groups do, like, share pictures, ask for advice, all the rest of the stuff. But we have numerous community chats. Some of them are like Thankful Thursdays. Saturday snippets are always a lot of fun. We get on different topics every week, and we have fun doing them. And we also, there's the recipes for, quilting days, that, those kind of things, crock pot recipes. You make it in the morning, and then at 6 o'clock you have supper ready, and you can sew all day. We also do fabric exchanges by country, and those are so much fun. I just put a bunch of them together, envelopes together, to send out And, you know, I'm just hoping that the roads eventually are well enough, good enough for us to get out there. Like I say, we're filming it January 17th and the roads are icy, icy, icy bad. Also, we have a virtual sewing room for the Facebook group members under Discord, and the ladies, the members in there just have a great time, and they're from all over. Like, you have everybody from Europe to North America to New Zealand to Australia to, you know, all that. It's just, you never know who you're gonna get depending on what time of day you go in. You know, it's all fun. Also, I speak for free to quilting groups and quilting gals. This is my way of giving back. I am so inspired by the quilters that I get the opportunity to talk to, and some of those quilters are so talented. It's like, wow. And I think it's good for me to go talk to these people because they're brilliant. Like, some of the stuff they put together is awesome. I just can't believe it. And I hope they find my speech very inspiring as well. I hope that they enjoy it. Also, if you, or like I say before, if you have shout outs, let us know. Let us know. That's also important, that we help the guys that are also in YouTube trying to, put videos out for you. So I think that's it. Now come on in. Let's get to the sewing on 18 cents. Okay, we're at the sewing machine here, and I have got a strip set here that I'm going to just put together. And I try to save some time on these videos, because when you're doing a lot of strip piecing, it can be a lot of time, and I'm trying to be respectful of your time as well. So we're just going to do one strip set, and basically you could do 72 1.5 inch squares, because if you've got them lying around, this is the perfect time to use them, because wow, they breed. They breed and they go crazy. But if you have strips that are 1.5, you could also use them here too, right? Now, what I did is I used the same blue, the same yellow, and 2 different reds, and I came out with a fun little thing to do. I'm just going to use leaders and enders. Leaders and enders are getting ready for the spring fling with strings, right? That I just sew all these bits and pieces together. So, okay, so now, excuse me, I'm just going to finger press this open, just so it's a little easier to sew. Before I cut them all, I made sure I gave them a good press, right, with with a hot iron. So now, it doesn't matter how, like, if you're doing a bunch of these, let's say you're making an entire quilt of this, you would do all sorts of strip sets like this of all different fabrics. First off, that's number one. And then you wouldn't have to worry about matching. But because I'm only used the 3 colors, or yeah, 3 colors, two reds, the same blues, the same yellows, I had to make different strip sets, which is okay. Now, because I wasn't sure, and I decided, well, if I make more than I need to, that uses up more strings, and I have more orphan blocks, and I'm okay with that, but not everybody is. But, so I decided, okay, this is what we would do, and we'll see where we're at. Well, now, okay, down and over, there we go. All right. So let me just get this leader and ender off, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, this is a good test. Doing strip sets like this is a good test of your 1/4 inch foot. If your 1/4 inch foot is too fat, right, this will be shy of 3.5 inches. If it's too skinny, your 1/4 inch foot's too skinny, then you have the problem where it's too wide, right? So what you want to do, okay, so I made 3 different strip sets. There was only one where the blue was in the middle, and one with let's see, the red was in the middle, and another one where the yellow or the gold was in the middle. And I thought, okay, that would give me enough variety that I could make little chains. So what I did is I ironed this really good. I took it to my cutting table, and I trimmed off the end, and then I cut 1.5 inch pieces, right? So here are all the other leftover pieces that I made, but that's okay. I'm good. I'm good with that. So what I did is once we got all the pieces, you know, cut, and I'm just going to toss this over, then we made these blocks. This is our 18 cents, right? So now our 18 cents gets all lined up the same way with the yellow in towards the middle, right? Just like that. And that's going to be our block. Now this would look absolutely stunning with all different colors. I mean, if you just wanted to play in the cool family or the warm family, you could do that too. I decided to pick primary colors because they were a lot of fun. So let's just sew this. Now, the first thing we gotta do is get the 1 inch piece sewn onto the end of this 3.5 inch square. Now, oh, before we throw this off to the boondocks, let me show you something. When you're measuring this, now, this square, before I forget, take a ruler once it's ironed, and you're going to have it read 3.5 inches, right? Now this one's a little shy because it's not been ironed or anything like that, but it tells you whether your 1/4 inch is too big or too small. And now you have a chance to adjust before you do a bunch, but this is a really, where you just sew 1.5 inch strips together, it's perfect. Perfect way to tell whether your 1/4 inch is a good 1/4 inch or not. So let's get to this, where we're sewing on that extra little piece of low volume. And there we go. Doing it all for them. There we go. There. Now, when you're doing these, you have to kind of watch that they all of them spin clockwise or counterclockwise. Like it doesn't matter which way you do, but as long as they're spinning all the same. There. Now you see where these ones were done and then pressed right away? They exactly match that 3.5 inch strip that I'm sewing on, right? So yeah, sometimes you have to press something before you actually find out whether your 1/4 inch is good or not. And just take your time, line it up. There we go. There. Now, I did make a test block. I was in the room, and yes, I go into the room sometimes, and I have to do other things, right, like work. And I decided, okay, I'm going to show the ladies, well, it was just ladies that were in the room at the time, that, you know, give them a little sneak peek. That's the other thing I do when we go into the room. You get little sneak peeks at what we're doing. I don't maybe tell you everything, but I do tell you some. So that's another incentive why you should come to the rooms. Okay, let's get this on. All right, like so. Now you're sitting there, where do we start? Right? Where do we start? This is a partial seam assembly, right? So what's going to happen is you're going to pick this up and the square in the middle, right? Now you're only going to sew half of the seam. So this is a 4-inch square, so you want to end, you know, somewhere in the blue, right? Because that is going to give you a little flap then, and that'll allow this one to be sewn in in the last, right? So let's get this sewn down, and we're just going to run it down to about here. Oops, there we go. And I'm going to back stitch. There. Now, put another leader ender on, because we can. Because we can. We got dozens and dozens and dozens of these. Okay, so now, oops, cut that off. Pile that one off to the side. So now this goes down like so, right? That's what that one's going to look like. It goes down just like so. And now I put this one on, right? So we're just going to lay this all out. And there's more seams on this piece, so that's the piece I want up, because I don't want things to twist. And I get everything all lined up perfectly well. There. go. And another leader ender. Yes, there's a lot of these. Okay. Now, with this is going to go here, and this is the next piece you sew on. And I'm going to go from this side. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm going to press, line this up just so. There we go. Yeah, this one was a fun one to play around with and draw. And I thought, ooh, this would be so cute if, you know, and I thought, yeah, we could do this. We could do this. So I thought, all right, we'll do it. Okay, so there. Now we got 3 pieces on. So now we put the 4th one on, just like that. There. So now I'm moving this out of the way. I'm just folding it right under, out of the way. And I'm going to line up the end and the piece underneath. There we go. Don't flip. Please don't flip. There we go. Let the seam unflip and we're good. Now, we do another leader ender. I know you guys are sitting there tired of hearing that we say that, aren't you already? It's like, good grief. Okay. Now, with this is where you finish that partial seam at the very beginning, right? Right here. So you pick off a bunch of loose thread because, wow, there's a bunch on there now. And you line this up the best you can. And you know you ended here, right? Like you ended right there because you can see your stitching. And you just want to have this come in just like so. Back stitch, there we go. And we're going to pull this and make another leader ender. There we go. Oops. There. Now, when you open this up, this should perfectly be that 10-inch square, right? That 10-inch square, just like that. So now we're going to put because when I was designing this, I figured if somebody makes a quilt block out of this, you're going to need something in between all those seams, right? Because otherwise it gets really bulky very quickly. Now you could just, if you were just doing a quilt and you just wanted to make this part, the inside part, you could. But I do recommend you sashing then and cornerstones. And I'm sewing this on the wrong side because all the seams are on the bottom, and if I don't want anything to flip, then I should have been sewing it the other way. Okay. And there we go. There. There. So there's the first one, and I'm just going to finger press this out, this sashing. Now I didn't flip anything, so I'm happy, but when I do this again, I'm going to make sure that the small piece goes on the bottom, so it's a little easier to manage. Just a bit easier. Like I say, I picked some primary colors because I thought, oh, this would be cute in a kid's block. A kid's quilt. That's normally what I quilt for too, is kids, right? So there. Okay, let's do some different leader enders. Yeah, they're all white as well. Yay. Okay, here we go. So those are the two, top and bottom, and now we're just going to put on the sides. I'm going to take this over here and this one and move this off. And then it's easier. And, ooh, look at that, perfectly matches. So let's get this lined up. There we go. Now when you put sashing around a block, like the inner block like this, basically you are creating space for all of the seams to go. And that's a good thing, especially when you're using like tinier piecing, like the 1.5 inch blocks and stuff like that. Yeah, you need something a little bit, you know, to help you out. There we go. Nice. There we go. And the last side. Yeah. I actually made a cheater block. I'll show you at the end what the cheater block looks like. I showed the ladies that were in the Discord room that day. And it was a much simpler block, but you could replace the 3 by 6 1.5 inch these blocks here. You could replace it just with a 6.5 by 3.5 inch square of fabric. That would also make, you know, your piecing easier as well. And it's kind of a cute little thing though to have something like this go into a kid's block. All the tiny piecing. You have to like tiny piecing. Okay, and another leader ender. Oops. Here. Okay. So, give this one a finger press and I'll just show you what I did. Now, when I was doing my strip sets, sometimes strip sets go in, sometimes they go out, you know, like you can nest them really well. I decided, okay, we're just going to, you know, one seam goes one way and the other seam goes the other way, so just nesting this way and then ironing it all the same direction. This one was, it does have a little bit of bulk, but not bad, right? So the other block has almost no bulk, but everything gets pressed into the center and out to the side sashing. So let me give this a good press and we'll get to our ta-da moment. Okay, here's our ta-da moment, and this one turned out really well. I'm really surprised how flat it is laying, and yes, it is kind of a fun little one. If you have a bunch of 1.5 inch strips you want to get rid of, or 1.5 inch squares, this is the block for you. And it breaks it up and gives it enough white in the block to give your eye a place to rest, so it's not really overwhelming. Now, for some reason, when I was writing this one out, I just could not wrap my head around the map. So I made a cheater block, and I showed the cheater block in the Discord room. So this was my fun little cheater block, and I thought, okay, this would be cute. I picked out some watermelon fabric in a navy background and some pink posies on a pale yellow, and I thought, yeah, this works. This works. Why wouldn't it work? So this one was a lot of fun to make too. Like I say, you could replace this, the 18 half, you know, 1.5 inch squares with like a 6.5 by 3.5 inch square, and that would also work too. And it's a cute little block as well. So I do hope you give these guys a try. It was lots of fun coming up with this for you today, and I've been thinking about you and I'm wishing you well. I'm just hoping everything in your life is going absolutely great. Okay, you guys take care and stay well until we meet each other again. Okay, bye! Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, you know, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure and quilting. And, you know, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts, okay? So you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again, okay? Bye!